Gambia, Aduna. It's your favorite Sherry boy, aka Betty Beam Beam, Sara Galan. I'm here to give you my version of Senegalese fried chicken. So let's just go right into it. The first thing that we're gonna do is prep the filling for the chicken, because we're gonna stuff the chicken. So I'm using a whole chicken, but you can do legs as well. So depending on how large the chicken is, you need more or less filling. So for this whole chicken, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cloves of garlic, because I like garlic. But I'm just gonna grate it first. Usually you just use a mortel, but I'm gonna use my mortel, but I'm gonna grate it first. After I'm done, I'm just gonna put it all into my mortel. So I'm putting it in there, chop chop. I'm also gonna grate down a Maggi cube. They look like this. You can buy it, for example, at Taj Mahal in Stockholm, and in Rågsved also at the multicultural food store, and in Högdalen at the multicultural food store as well. So you have a few places where you can get them. You also have jumbo, but jumbo is more to get meat flavor. So I'm just gonna grate this down into my mortel. So after that, I'm taking 2 packs of parsley, and it's frozen. So if you buy frozen parsley, I recommend to buy 2 packs if you have like a whole chicken. And then after that, the magic ingredients. Cani or Scotch bonnet, hot pepper. You can also buy them at Taj Mahal and all the stores I just told you about. These are frozen, which is good, so I can just I'm gonna chop them up before I put them in there. Don't forget to use gloves. I don't have any, so I'm using plastic bags. But I'm gonna chop them before I put them into my mixture. And now, depending on how spicy you want it, of course, but I like spicy, so I'm gonna use 2 canis. Just chopping it up roughly. And they smell so delish. Also, it's not just to get like the spiciness. It's also because this type of hot pepper, cani, as they say in Senegal, it has like a really nice flavor to it. So it also gives a flavor to the food and not just like heat. So I'm just gonna mash it all together. Now you want to taste it, so to see if you need more heat, more garlic, more salt, more Maggi. Well, spicy. Woo! Anyway, so I'm gonna put my mixture in a bowl, so I save it for when it's time to stuff the chicken. Now it's time to stuff the chicken. So let's go to that part. Now I've already washed my chicken, so it's clean. And you can do it like rinse with water and like scrub it a little bit. I usually use like, you know, like chunky grains of salt, and I scrub the chicken and then I rinse it off with water to make sure it's clean. Now, you want to take a knife, a pretty sharp one, and then you're going to cut some holes into the chicken, like on different parts of the chicken. This is where the stuffing is going to go in. So make sure that the cut is going all the way into the bones, so the filling is like right in by the bones of the chicken. I'll start with those. Now you take some filling and then you just start stuffing it in. It's easier if you wear gloves, but we make do with what we have, don't we? So now I have stuffed my chicken. And now time for the next part. So we're gonna use Dijon mustard to cover the chicken, and we're gonna use some black pepper. So I'm just gonna mix it. So just enough to cover the chicken. And you don't want to use the whole can because you're gonna use some for later. I'm gonna show you when. Some black pepper and a tiny bit of salt. Tiny bit. I'm blending this together. Anyway, now I'm gonna put it on top of my chicken, and then I'm just gonna cover it. I'm gonna put toothpicks to set the wings like on the chicken so they don't flap out. It's gonna be easier when you cook it. Start with the first one. So now my chicken is covered with mustard, and now we're gonna let it sit in the refrigerator for 40 minutes. Now that the chicken is resting in the refrigerator, we can prep the things we're gonna serve it with. I love French fries, and in Senegal when you order fried chicken, you get French fries with it. Petit bim bim. I actually prepped all of it almost, except for one, so I'm just gonna show you how I do it. Just peel my potatoes, and I like my French fries like I like my men. Slim sexy det. So, the way I make my French fries is I'm just cutting it in two, like this. And then I cut again, so I have two more like that. And then I just start cutting them very thinly. Bam! Voila! Slim, sexy French fries waiting to be fried. Put them in a bucket of water so they won't turn brown, and we're gonna wait with frying until the chicken is pre-cooking. So we're gonna let these rest in the refrigerator as well. So now the chicken has been in the refrigerator for 40 minutes, and now it's time to pre-cook it. Why you wanna pre-cook the chicken is so it won't take forever to fry it. So then when you fry it, the chicken is already cooked all the way through, and it's not gonna take a long time to fry it. You just want it to get that golden brown color on the outside. I'm gonna use this big pot so I can fit the chicken in there. And then what we want to do is to cover the bottom of the pot with water. You don't want a lot of water because then the chicken is going to be soggy. So just cover the bottom with water and then put the chicken in there. And once it starts boiling, you can turn it to like medium heat. And then keep on adding water so the chicken won't stick to the bottom of the pot. Now usually when you make this Senegalese fried chicken, you want to cook it until the water has like all the water is gone, but I'm not gonna do that today because I want to save some of the chicken juice that the chicken is cooking in to make a gravy or a sauce, an onion sauce, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do that too. So now the water is boiling, and I'm gonna put my chicken in there, and now I'm going to cook it. This is pretty large, so I'm gonna cook it for about 40 to 45 minutes. Put it on medium heat now and let it cook all the way through, and then keep adding water as the water disappears. Now as your chicken is pre-cooking in the pot, get to cleaning, and then if you have time left, put on your best balak music and start dancing. Keep it going like this, like I said, until the chicken is cooked. Now, while my chicken is still pre-cooking, I got like another 30 minutes left. I am going to start to fry my French fries, slim sexy. I have a lot of respect for hot oil, so I'm gonna fry a smaller amount at a time so I feel that I have control over the pot and the oil. Make sure that the oil is super hot before you start frying. I'm just gonna dry off my potatoes because you don't want them to be wet when you put them in the oil because it's gonna explode. The oil is hot and I'm gonna put my French fries in there. So now they're catching color. Be careful not to forget them so they burn. So now my chicken is done, and as you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of juice on the bottom because we're gonna make a gravy out of it. There you go. Now I'm gonna start making the gravy right away. So I've sliced my onions slim and sexy like I like my French fries and my man, LOL. Now adding some oil to this, just a tiny bit, and fry the onions till they're soft. You have all the juices from the chicken and the flavor left in the pot. So the gravy is really gonna soak all of that up. So fry them for a few minutes. And what I'm gonna do now, just for a little bit of coloring, I'm gonna use a little bit of Chinese soy sauce just for coloring. And then we're gonna add on some water. I'm also gonna add a little bit of mustard into my sauce. Just a tiny bit. As you can see, the gravy is done. It has thickened. So now I'm gonna remove it and put it on the side. My gravy is in here. I'm gonna cover it and put it to the side for a while. And now what you wanna do is wash the pot out because now it's time to fry the chicken. But before we do that, you're gonna cover it one more time with mustard. And whatever was left in my can, I just poured some black pepper in there. Blended it, and now we're gonna cover the entire chicken again. There you go. I'll leave it there, and I'm gonna wash the pot, and then we start frying. The chicken is done, so remove the pot and cover it with a lid because that oil is super hot. So just leave it there to cool down. This is my chicken. Ta-da! Now we're gonna go into just serving suggestion. I already prepared some lettuce leaves that I'm gonna put on my tray. And in Senegal, you know, you eat together. Everybody eats from the same plate. So we're just gonna garnish the plate. This is a small plate, but usually they're bigger. But that depends on how many guests you have. And I also have some carrots that I'm just gonna place for garnish. In Senegal, you eat with your hands. So I am gonna put my chicken on here. Bam. And then also my French fries. Why? Slim sexy fries. Hey, you don't know until you try it then. Why? Okay. Great. Now, to serve,
put it on the side.
So you serve it with mayo and baguette bread, and also don't forget your delicious onion sauce. You can put some over the chicken, on your French fries. Super delish. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.